Boy, y'all know y'all out with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. And today we're going to talk about the headlights and these street lights they put up with this technology war, right? Because we're dealing with a digital war. Folks who come into our country to set up for war, right? So you see how that sun beaming directly on my back? Now I got this cup outside. It's a sheep's cup. It's a metal cup, right? Now this is North Carolina. There is no way this half of the cup is extremely hot and this half of the cup is extremely cold. Now, as I'm sitting outside, it's always lights and cars parked where they shining lights and stuff directly on you through the vehicles, setting up the vehicles in the cuts where they cut down the trees so that they shine their lights directly on you, helping move the radiation around. Now, we see the same codes. You see that picnic table with the plastic over there. That's supposed to be representing the gang. Shorty over there with the red hair moving around the white. They moving cocaine today. It's Monday. I'm following trash pile, boy. Look what I picked up. Ain't no telling what's up in that one, right? So when we dealing with the war on America, family, you got to think they came in to tear us down any way they can, right? So you're dealing with what they call a cartel, a mafia out here in Greenville, where they moved into the city, coded the city out, right? The same codes that I'm guaranteeing you that's in Charlotte that just did their raid down there in Charlotte. I got them right here in Greenville following me around. Their mission was to put the Americans outside and to follow us around with this technology. Now, right here, it talks about the dangers of the road lamps and blue lights, right? We got blue lights all in our communities now that's exposing us to different cancers and things, right? Right? There it is talking about the dental, messing with your teeth, right? Blue light exposure using in dental headlamps, hazards in the blue lights, right? Here's a chart that shows you radiation and light frequency. These are things we got to be aware of. This is why you get nausea and stuff like that. You get deranged because they're beaming radiation on you all day. These street lights that they put up in our neighborhoods, you see that? That's a tower. If you're sitting outside, it's beaming radiation directly from those boxes, directly into you, right? Causing you to get weakness when you're walking. That's why they tearing up our vehicles and circling us around with the headlights. You live with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. We're going to decode this war on America where the terrorists have come in using headlights on their cars, right, as a way to attack the Americans. Using the lights on the streets to attack the Americans as you're walking. Because they use the law, the judges, to put us out in the streets, tearing up our vehicles. You live with Snapchat. I'm going to break down this war that's going on in America and how they thought they was going to come in and use the jobs, the DIEDEI, whatever that program is, where they was going to get jobs to come in and tear us down economically. I was taking a walk the other day downtown, and it had a little memory thing. Y'all know them little memory things where they tell you the history of the city. Well, now they're trying to use the federal government to seize the local people property as the federal agents. We got to look into that. Let's ask Google. How do you spell it? Hold on. Seizure. Hold on, I got to learn how to spell, y'all. Hold on. Seizure law. There we go. Told y'all we spell totally different. All right, federal seizure laws allow the government to seize property for reasons like suspected criminal activity, and they are based on Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable searches and seizures, right? So basically, they hired themselves into these jobs to create all these situations where they can come in and seize the property because they already set them up, right? They only learn our laws to steal. So in a war in America, they hired themselves into federal government jobs, right? To seize the properties, right? After they set them up as drug houses, then they come in with the jobs to seize them because it's a well-organized crime unit. They have multiple bodies that's operating, right? Because all they want is your assets, right? They learn the law to come in and steal, family. And this is what you got to watch out for because they're on this land grab, right? And in a land grab, you will come in like they did as the mayor, nonprofit organizations, and get the land that way, as if you're helping the community. Just like they're coming in America acting like they're asylum seekers, and they're not. They're seeking laws to steal the land through the law. They don't understand our language. They don't understand our dialogue, but they understand our money. You like with Snapchat, Queen, the AI chatbot friends. We're going to break these codes down. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm a trash can, baby. I'm from the trash can. His trash can. It's Money Monday. Boy, they moving that money around, boy. And they got bikes like this outside, family. They got bikes like this in piles. I wonder what's in them piles. And that's when you send them x-rays machine to floss and see what floss doing with these bicycles and what they got on the inside of them. Because, see, the feds ain't going to do no investigation or run up in no salvage yard because they wouldn't have no reason to. Round here, this how they transporting everything in and out. I mean, they smashing and wrecking so many cars down here. It's ridiculous, especially when I'm out about 10 cars right now and they got my truck towed up and the insurance company don't want to cover it under a full policy. I'll be back. Boy, they scamming hard down here. I mean, they wrecking cars. I did a video on that where they was recalling them cars back. Now down here, they got a whole insurance scam going on where they got a fake police crime scene that pull up and get them the accident. Boy, that's how bad they getting it down here, boy. When State Farm don't want to cover my vehicles and then jack my price up to $600, that's when the Lord family, Shanita girl, I come for you. That's your insurance company all day. Then you got the life insurance with the dead folks that's missing from 88. Pretty sure they can lock you into that. You got the mortgage. That's all these houses that got towed down outside. Girl, you ain't ready for that racketeering charge in Enrico with your nephew name all on. I'll be back, family. I ain't scared of them. I call their name out. Who I'm going to screw next? I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back.